Hello again. We are back with our continuing campaign. I am your Dungeon Master, Bjorn Anders, and this is everyone. Say hello, everyone.
Hello,
everyone.
Hi.
Perfection. Just like we rehearsed it. And all of you, well, I guess I should do announcements first with this is Jordan, you're getting near the end of the run of Riverwood.
Yep. When this episode comes out, we will have just started up our end run, 2 weeks that we're spending at Seattle Public Theater's performance space, The Bathhouse by Green Lake in Seattle. So you still have time to come see it. Still have time to come see this wonderful show about the lives of some people that all live adjacent to each other, which is the best way I can say anything about the show without spoilers.
Nice. Very nice. And as we can see, Phoenix rocks, which is always true, but right now he's got the background that proves it. You all, having spent some time in the Vagabond assemblage, currently in the settlement of Silent Gulch, you had a showdown with some members of the census who it turned out were also part of an assassination attempt on Marshal Elijah Bicker. You all had brought the Marshal with you, him being disguised by the invisibility spell, due to the suggestion that you all come to meet these individuals without the Marshal. After his office exploded in the distance, he fired his gun into the air, dropping the invisibility spell and lowering his aim at them, suggesting they stand down or face violence. Making most of you sad, they did not choose violence. They chose to surrender. But some information was gleaned. These individuals seem to have, if not a possible association, at least an awareness of a group called the Upright, which you all had previously heard about. And it was revealed that they found themselves outside of, if not feeling they were above, the census itself. A Zone of Truth spell, along with some pressuring, got one of them to reveal that they are, or were at least, associated with a dusk elf by the name of Olaferus, which you quickly put two and two together and felt this may have been the individual you ran into on your travels down to the Gulch. They were put into prison cells at the location where Bicker's office once stood, as the townsfolk were doing all they could to help Bicker begin to rebuild said office. Kira went to a local temple to have a message sent to his instructor back in the Thanamarian Empire, a Loxodon by the name of Sordal, and mentioned that he needed a promotion within the census fast-tracked. Sordal said he would see what he could do. Mannix and Garnet headed off to the brothel to try and gather information, which was not a euphemism. And some info was gathered, Mannix making a large show of being there for reasons not currently known. And you all had a conversation with Bicker about having individuals to watch over the prisoners through the night, as you worried for their safety, particularly of the one who offered information to you all, since you saw the other four who were in a separate cell from him were staring in his direction constantly. So as day has turned to dusk, has now turned into night, you have conversed with Bicker for some sort of order of watch. I need two of you, and you can decide whoever it's going to be. Roll a d20 for me.
I'll roll.
And also, just real quick, I did set up, as we had time, the alarm around the area.
Love it.
I can also roll.
Perfect.
7.
12.
Well, the evening passes without any sort of event. The morning having arrived, you may all give yourself the benefits of a long rest.
Oh, two of them took watch for the whole night.
There were just 2 rolls
Oh, okay.
being done. There was no need for. We were going to worry about what the watches were if something went bad.
Okay.
There were 2 rolls to be made, and neither of them rolled low enough or high enough. You don't know which end was good or bad for that one, for it to matter. So you may take your long rest. The morning has arrived. What would you all like to do?
At some point today, Garnet would like to find Marshall Bicker and politely remind him of his promise to teach her to lasso and use the bullhead.
Wonderful. And he will do so. Go ahead and first just make a dexterity check for me, and then make an either intelligence or wisdom check. Your choice.
Net 2024 on the dex
Love it.
and 17 intelligence.
Okay, perfect. So since it's going intelligence, this isn't you just finding it naturally in yourself and your own abilities. You're kind of calculating angles and how you're throwing the rope and the whip. And with the dexterity, you find you're pretty damn good at it. You got the feeling that you could attempt to do this. He'll continue to show you over the days as it gets closer to the train getting here. We'll just use those rolls for your ability to remember it. And with that being part of your day each day, you think, okay, this is a possibility for a thing you could do of having that to assist you in getting from one moving train to another. So we'll add that onto your repertoire. It won't go so far as to give you, say, proficiency with whips as a weapon, but you feel like if you had to, you could Indiana Jones your way from one to another. How about the rest of you?
Well,
We
were
didn't
we
give
ever?
a-
Go ahead.
Go right ahead, my dear.
All right. Did we ever? Were we ever going to get more information about this heist?
From the marshal?
Uh-huh.
Whenever you want to ask him.
Uh,
Right now?
well,
Maybe before we go down that one, I'll just quickly ask Garnet if she's heard anything from her contact, Verana. Yeah, I think Verana was out looking to see if she could find anything for me with the components.
And remind me, which components was it that you had her looking for?
It was specifically for the it was that modified version of the gilded flower. It was the rock with the 300 gold worth component of. It was for summon Fae, which I have not learned yet, but that was the component.
So on that, yes, some asking around has been done. She does know of a couple places you might be able to pick that up. It's a unique ingredient to need. The locations she suggests are actually outside of the Vagabond assemblage itself. The 2 places that she says would be easiest, the absolute easiest would be to go all the way to the Imperial capital city of Nova Aurora. But she also feels like that's probably not in your area you want to go traveling anytime soon. She thinks that the city of Virtue, just outside the Vagabond assemblage within the Elven territory of the Asharan Vale, would definitely be a place you could find something like that. And while she doesn't know for a fact, a bit to the east, there is a large city. It is actually the capital city of the Asharan Vale, the city of Tuatha. While she does not know if it is there, very, very likely to have such things.
That's it for me then.
Lovely. How about the rest of you? Were you, Siobhan, asking the marshal for more details on the job?
I might wait until we help him fix up the office a bit more.
That's fair.
I'm still just volunteering most. Unfortunately, there's not much I can fix because the forging work was done right the first time, and so it's but
I'll continue to cast floating disc, and then I used cantrip formulas to swap out and took mending this time.
Cool. Mannix, give me a perception check.
21.
21. When you woke, you thought your eyes were playing tricks on you for a second. After all, it takes a minute to come to. But after thinking about it for a second, there was no mistaking what you saw, or I guess I should say didn't see. You woke, you got cleaned up, got dressed, and while looking yourself over in a looking glass, since you did pay for accommodations at a much more luxurious establishment, you noticed in your reflection, you cast no shadow. You looked behind yourself, saw your shadow was there. Looked back to the looking glass, saw no reflection. You looked back at your shadow, still there. Your eyes returned to the looking glass, saw your reflection once again.
I saw not only no reflection, but no shadow.
Right. So yeah. So when you looking at yourself in the mirror, because of the 21 perception, you saw that your reflection of yourself, your shadow was not casting a reflection. You looked back behind yourself, saw you had a shadow, looked, saw no reflection of yourself, but this time did see the reflection of your shadow. Looked back, saw your shadow, looked back, saw yourself, both reflected self and reflected shadow.
Are you experiencing any strange, cravings for human blood?
No, I've had human blood before. It's not great.
So, but that was your experience in the morning.
I'm gonna go knock on Kira's door. Oi, Kira, you got blood.
Well, you're
I
up
know you're not
early.
hungover, so you can knock off all that nonsense.
You're up early. This is a pleasant surprise. What's wrong?
Well, we'll see about that. I had the strangest occurrence. I don't know. Maybe you can help me with this. I was walking by the mirror, just gotten out of the privy and whatnot, and I swear, real briefly, in the mirror, I didn't see my shadow. I had a shadow, but I looked back in the mirror, no reflection and a shadow. And then kind of looked back up, everything was normal. What the hell do you think that means?
That's a good question. What in the hell do I think that means? 21 on an Arcana check?
You've known Mannix's family most of your life. You know him better than most. You're one of the few people who knows that while you don't know about too much about the family's patron, you've heard rumblings, but Mannix keeps that pretty close to the chest. You do know, however, as a child, there was a dark, powerful fae that did try to lead him away at one point, and missing shadows, missing reflections. It sounds an awful lot like the Fae to you.
Yeah, some Peter Pan shit.
And I'll say relatively quietly, do you think it could have anything from your have anything to do with your source of magic, or perhaps a different source of magic that might have tried to be your source of magic at one point?
Oh, bloody hell. It's that Fae.
We'll have to
It's
keep an
not
extra
something
eye out.
yeah, that's not so much something that the family history would have much impact on. The
Wow.
Fae, on the other hand, does sound like that's right up their alley.
I wonder, what does Kira know of the Fae? Before I make a dumb joke.
You know they're dangerous. You know to be very careful when you're speaking to them. And you would know enough to never, ever, unless you truly had no other choice, enter any sort of agreement with one.
We'll have to be...
Ramil somewhere is screaming, "See!"
I had special dispensation.
We'll have to be careful about everything we say to those anyone new. Just in case it's that one in disguise.
That's a good point.
And Bjorn, check your phone to see if Kira would know to make that dumb joke or not.
Let me see here.
To say the least, I'm not all that comfortable with knowing about all this. That's a
Yeah.
lot of elseworldly magic and other power at their fingertips to be caught in the middle of.
Yeah, I think the best thing to do would probably just keep this to ourselves and keep an extra eye out.
Yeah, you would know about that.
And maybe we'll just stop by the stables for a second. But otherwise, we should just keep this between us. In fact, I'll go to the stables now just to pretend that I'm off on an errand for something normal, and that I'll be back in a minute.
Sounds good. I'm gonna go grab some coffees and maybe have a side of breakfast.
All right.
And your coffees are very happily provided for you. 2 different varieties you had the day before. Yeah, they have quite the assortment. And Kira, you have no trouble finding the Al Turtle Kanak at the stables. He's there.
So I just have a quick question.
Yes.
See. This may sound like an odd number request,
3.
but actually twice that.
Oh, that's an even number, but okay.
Fair. If I could get, I don't suppose you have 6 extra horseshoes on you, do you?
I mean, you're working for Odin all of a sudden. Interesting. Okay. Well, I'd be happy to sell them to you. 6 silver, and they're all yours.
Absolutely. And I buy those horseshoes.
You are now in possession of 6 iron horseshoes.
Great. And I go back to the group.
Okay. So you all gather. What would you like to do? Is I imagine you're not walking up with like a arm full of horseshoes. Or
No,
anything,
they're all in the backpack.
Okay, perfect.
He's wearing them like bangles. or like Shang-Chi, just the rings.
Oh,
Nice,
hey-o.
nice.
Um, so how many, DM, how many days is it at this point to the great train robbery?
No. Oh, yeah, that is a number of frequent. Oh, my- It's 4 days. It's 4 days.
Jesus Christ.
Ah. 4 days, Jimmy. Oh my goodness. Ah,
The surprise
he's a
is
menace.
the surprise is never cease. So we've got some time.
Yep.
Um, all right, I can do this. So I'm thinking now might be a good time to figure out what exactly it is we're doing when the train comes through.
It's fair.
Because from what, well, if I understand from what Marshall was saying, your friend, forgotten again now, Caspian, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Is expected to be on Sid train, so that makes the night more difficult, I imagine.
Well,
He'd certainly recognize you on sight.
it depends on what we need to do. Because I could be a very valuable distraction for someone rather sneaky. I just look over at Garnet. To be able to do things.
I'm always curious when you act. This is to Garnet. I'm always curious when you act all. What? I mean, what do you think that we think your job is?
I'm cute and friendly.
I suppose that's a job description of sorts.
Can confirm she is that.
Out of curiosity, where are you all gathering to have your conversation?
To be at the pie shop, because I'm trying to make things happen for Reba and what's her name.
If you would like it to be over at Fresh Flowers, absolutely. Or
Flower Girl.
Flower Girls right now. Fresh Flowers is the coffee shop I like up on Finney Ridge. They have really good pastries.
Mhm. Or this could be a walk and talk, I guess.
Sure.
To meet there.
So and it's the 6 of you heading over there?
Actually, I've got a couple other things that I need to handle in town. I'll take part of being the distraction. You let me know what the plan is when you figure it out. I trust you all to figure out a good plan.
Right? Because I think we could use you as the one who knows the most about the census and how they work.
It could be. But also, if I can't get myself the promotion that I lied about, we might be sunk dealing with those guys that we captured. Anyway, and I head off.
As you begin to head off, Kira, you notice something. All of you notice it. And causes all of you to look up somewhat as the sky is darkening. Dark clouds covering over the sun, and everything feel like it colder. And you've seen clouds block out the sun before, but this is darker than that. And you look about, and all of a sudden, the streets are empty. You see no people about. You see no light coming out from windows. There's a voice. You all hear it, but it's clearly Message meant for one. Phoenix. My employer tried to speak out to you recently, and you were, oh, so rude. I would think someone of nobility would speak more kindly to a king. And from the shadows of one of the buildings, you watch stepping out, almost as if emerging from nothingness, this elven woman dressed in this long flowing gown. It looks like it's almost made from a mixture of liquid and leather. Like it just seems to almost be dripping. Her skin having this somewhat light blue coloration to it. The king has sent me here to collect. You have been offered a fragment of his power, and we think it is time you come join us and learn your true purpose.
So are you fighting her or
Fuck.
I mean, why wouldn't we?
I don't rightly know what the fuck's going on?
Do I recognize what is this thing that is talking to us?
You, being from the Whispering Wood, you know about and dealt with some fey creatures before. This is some sort of, while she appears elven, clearly more of the fey realm. You don't, there's nothing that stands out like, oh, this is a X type of elf, but this is clearly some fey emissary of sorts. And you Siobhan, having asked that, do we fight her? She looks to you. Oh, you need not worry about fighting me, child. I am just here to take this ungrateful individual.
Ah,
away.
you're here for Kira. Gotcha.
I'm pretty sure she named you Mannix. Do you
Did
go
she?
with her?
I wasn't really
Yes.
paying attention.
She did.
Kind of zoned out a little bit.
Yeah, could you not fuck about right now? Because she looks right serious. Also, everyone seems to have disappeared.
I'm again going to, if I'm within reach, just kind of again touch the back of the dagger over to Siobhan's back and give that
Gift of alacrity.
thank you. Yes.
I got you.
What the fuck is what I said?
Mannix, the Earl King is quite vexed that you have been less than welcoming to his offers. The rest of you, this does not concern. He will be coming with me one way or another. You can all go about your business.
And Kira's gonna mutter under his breath, "This is the dumbest thing I've ever done."
Wait, are you there or did you?
I wasn't able to run all the way
This
out
is
yet.
before he was
Yeah.
able to walk off.
Okay, he is
That-
there.
Yeah,
Okay.
all of you were there.
This is the dumbest thing I've ever done. To my duty. Wherever Mannix goes, I go.
Oh, he's right. That he's got to follow me around. Sorry, I don't make the
really-
rules.
Oh, I relieve you of your duty. Mannix, you will make a wonderful ornament to his garden.
Lady Faye, you kind of reluctantly speak up to her.
Yes.
He's kind of an ass, but he is with us. I don't think he wants to go with you. Does he have a choice in this matter?
I don't recall asking or caring what he wants. I am here to serve my liege. Mannix, I will ask you this once and once only. Will you come join the court of the Earl King and decorate his grace as you were meant to do?
Who is this Mannix?
Sadly, not someone to be trifled with. And someone without an ounce of a sense of humor about most anything.
No, her, not you.
No, I've got like 2 ounces of a sense of humor.
Oh,
Easy. The conversion rate is off
No,
sometimes.
not the time, lads.
And Mannix, you would also know that to go to the court of the Earl King is a one-way trip, as it is a trip into death.
You're not giving me a choice in this, are you?
Of course I am. You can join your rightful place, or you can be destroyed.
I don't want to drag you into this, guys, but I don't really want to go with her.
All right.
I kind of know my rightful place.
I'm feeling up for some destruction.
It's my job to get you back home safe.
Ron takes off her glasses.
Then,
well, I guess that answers that.
Then let's begin. I need you all to roll initiative.
I hate
Yep.
this.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
But you get a D8 with it too.
This tracks. My roll absolutely tracks. I'll
Alright.
see you at the end of figuring out everyone's initiative.
25 to 20.
25. Woo! I rolled a nat 20. Then,
Me too.
yeah. What's up?
20 to 15. All right, 15 to 10.
13.
Also 13.
Who's got the higher dex between you two?
She does.
Oh, that's right. You have no dex.
You might be equally shitty.
I have no dex. I mean, my dex is 10.
Rollies.
Mine too.
Rollies! Says roll a d20 and tell me what you got. Just
11.
straight. What'd you get there, Nathan?
15.
15. All right. So you will go first. Apoaku, you said you got a 10?
10.
Now, what'd you get there, Kira?
That is a natural 1 for 4.
Nice. Alrighty. So as combat begins, you will see as this fey creature extends her arms, her body seems to grow in size. She now stands about 10, 11 feet tall, her arms extending outward, fingers coming into claws, and you watch as her shadow extends behind her, and you see the arms of it separately extend. Her shadow seems to be moving independently from her. Siobhan Finnegan, you are up.
Okay, it's a free action.
Yep.
I would just like to say, what the fuck? All right. Bonus action, Rajay.
Siobhan begins to rage, her eyes glowing, and you see the tattoos almost springing to life. This energy coming off of them, her fists gripping her glaive tighter.
And fuck it, reckless.
Love it. So you charge up on her. Give me 2 swings of that glaive. Reckless attack style. Swing away.
Okay, the first is an 18 to
That
hit.
will definitely hit.
Do you want me to do both attacks first? Or?
Either way.
And the second is more than 18.
Love it. Both hit. Give me damage for that.
Okay.
Hey, goodbye.
Terrible rolls. Very upsetting.
Oh no.
It's I rolled a 3 and a 1. That's for 14 total.
So 14 points damage. You watch as Siobhan, wasting no time, raging, runs up and swings the glaive right across her chest, both of them sinking in. Damage clearly being done by this. At the end of your turn, Siobhan, this creature is going to make a legendary action.
Cool.
She is
Good.
going to swing at you with her claw. That was almost a natural 20, but that is a dirty 20 to hit
That hits.
instead. And so you will take, let's see here, she does. Okay. So it would be 12 points of piercing damage. But for you, that is halved to 6 as her claw comes across your chest. After that, it is going to bring us to Garnet, and then Mannix, you were on deck after that.
So are we outside, hadn't made it to the flower girl, or are we at the
Correct.
flower
You
girl?
are outside, and so you're out, sort of out near a building that looks much like the silhouette of that building, but there's,
We're in the upside down.
yeah, basically, yeah, you're in the upside down.
Okay, I haven't actually watched that show.
Awesome.
So
I know what you're
It looks
talking
like
about,
it,
but I
but
haven't
they're
actually watched
different
it.
yeah, very, very negative, negative world kind of thing, shadow world kind of stuff.
But so is there anything within 25 feet that I could possibly hide behind?
You could absolutely try, definitely. All structures here kind of look like burned out buildings, very Terminator-ish. So yeah.
So yeah, I'll move up to 25 feet.
Make a stealth check.
Oh, and if I fail, I will add the D8.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Okay, that's a fail.
Jesus.
So 23.
23. You can see her eye is still focused on where you went.
All right.
Fucking
Well,
Faye.
we will. Siobhan's in melee though, so I will
Sure
do
is.
one attack at her.
Okay.
Oh. 26.
That will absolutely hit. Go and give me that damage. And since Siobhan's right there, that will be sneak attack.
18 points of damage. Psychic.
Nice. So you watch as this psychic blade comes flying, piercing into the chest and out the back. No wound actually being left. You see her body seizing up as she cries out in pain from your psychic blade. You will all taste death for this. That brings it to Manic Soul.
To confirm, the Fae relies on sight, correct?
What's that?
She relies on like regular sight. She doesn't see with other means.
You have no idea.
Okay.
You would
in
assume that, but it's entirely possible.
Well, in any event, I'm going to cast Mirror Image.
Okay. So a secondary image of yourself appears there, and as the secondary one appears,
Two.
so there are three of you. You will watch her head glances to one, to the other, to you, to one. She looks straight to you and smirks.
Damn it.
You get the sense that she can see through illusions.
I was over here going, I was like, she's Faye. Oh, true sight.
The only way I'll learn.
At the end of that, she will use 2 legendary actions. And since your strike's hitting her, Siobhan, that energy coming off your tattoos is doing that binding, causing her to have to focus on you. This won't do it all. And her shadow will extend out further, and her shadow is going to make an attack on Mannix.
Oh, I hate this.
So
Oh,
that is
man.
a natural 20.
Oh no.
So Mannix.
What's the magic
Is
of
this-
using
sorry, is
disappearing
this-
points?
Is this her action that she's doing this?
This is a legendary action.
Oh, fuck.
Legendary reaction.
Okay. No, go ahead.
So there's going to be 11. So you will take 18 points of piercing damage as the shadow brings its claw up into your
Ow.
chest.
Mm.
And
Don't like-
after your turn, that brings it to Reba.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and cast. I think I want to try casting blindness, deafness on her.
Give me a perception or arcana check, either one.
Okay. Um. Ooh, I have advantage on perception checks.
Yep.
16.
16. With that, you think of the spell. You don't know whether or not the deafness portion would work overly well. You aren't 100% sure about how useful the blindness may be, as her ability to see through illusions. You aren't sure how this may or may not affect that. I'm not saying it's something that would fail, but it's just a thing to remind that she clearly has some sort of true sight.
Yeah, I didn't think that true sight.
I'm not saying it
I
doesn't.
mean, it doesn't say that true sight. I mean, the spell doesn't say. I don't know what true sight
Sure.
says. All right, I won't take the chance then. In that case, I'm going to cast Warding Bond
Okay.
with Mannix.
Okay, this is me not trying to. I was just making sure you were aware. I'm
Mhm.
not saying it would cause it to fail. I'm sorry if I'm making it come across like that.
No, that's fair. It's.
Okay.
I don't want to risk it.
Okay.
I don't know how true sight works. I assumed that blindness would be a different thing, but
It might. You don't know.
why wouldn't the deafness work?
Oh, I said you. No, you think the deafness would work fine.
Oh, okay.
That's it. It's the sight thing. We were like, I don't know
Yeah,
what
the
he's using
deafness
to see.
isn't very useful for me.
All right.
Yeah, I'll cast Warding Bond then.
Okay. So warding bond is cast on Mannix. Anything for bonus action or?
Don't think I really have. I don't really have a bonus action I can do right now. No.
Okay. So that makes it her turn. She is first going to. This will be at disadvantage because of Siobhan's ability. She's going to attempt to fire a shard of shadow at Mannix.
Reps.
Which is a natural fucking 1. So
Great.
yeah, you watch as she attempts to throw this blast outward. The ancestral guardian protection from Siobhan actually holds her arm back and causes the shard to go flying wide. Because of that, she's going to make a claw attack at Siobhan, so be with advantage because you were reckless.
I will use my reaction to make
uh-huh.
that not an advantage.
Well, that was a great reaction to do. Well, depending on what Siobhan's AC is.
Restoring
that is
balance,
a
baby.
15 to hit.
AC is 16.
So she tries to bring her claw down, and you give focus due to your Clockwork Soul heritage, and it just allows time to slow down enough where Siobhan clearly sees this coming in, and Siobhan dodge out of the way as her claw sweeps past you. That is her turn.
I like to picture it's like the first Spider-Man where it was Flash, like
Yes.
punches
And
and you see him.
Very nice, very nice, very nice. All right. That is her turn. Pahaku, you are up. Kira, you're going to be on deck after that.
Okay. First thing is he's going to he's going to enter Blade Song.
Okay.
So throws his head back, kind of lets out a cry, and starts dancing. And then he is going to, for this round, since those are both bonus actions, I can't do the spell that I want to do. So instead, he is going to He's just gonna go ahead and run up and is gonna go ahead and strike out with the obsidian shards.
Love it.
So this will be attack with the dagger. And oh yeah, no, we're not doing flanking, so just a straight attack.
Yep.
That is a 24 to hit.
That very much hits. Go ahead and give me damage.
That is going to be minimum damage there. That is going to be where is it here? 6 points of magical piercing damage, or pardon me, slashing damage with the dagger, and then the shards are in place around her.
You watch as you cut in the obsidian shards, attaching themselves to her body. At the end of your turn, she's going to spend 3 legendary actions to cast Shadowblade Maelstrom as she extends.
Counterspell.
It's not a spell.
Mm,
It is an ability. I know I said cast. This is just an inherent ability she has.
Okay.
Not the spell
What if it
Shadowblade.
wasn't?
Yeah, Shadowblade Maelstrom is just an inherent ability. I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw as she throws her arms outward and shadows coalesce. You can see edges on them. DC is 20, the dexterity.
is this something I
Alright.
can see? Is this something I can see coming?
Oh,
Yes.
no.
And is it a magical effect?
No.
Maddox gets a +1 bonus to all saving throws.
Oh no!
Did
for
anybody
whatever
get a
you
20?
roll.
Nope. That's
Oh, not 20, baby. Oh.
For 21.
the 12 from me.
Okay.
Got us all into this trouble, you bastard.
Wow. Garnet, what did you get?
That one for 8.
Oh, no. Well,
Advantage from Danger Sense, I rolled 2 3s.
yikes. So let's see here.
I too got an 8, despite rolling much higher than a 1.
I rolled an 8.
So everyone except for Mannix takes 22 points of slashing damage. That'll be halved for Siobhan. Mannix, you only take 11, but of that 11, you only take 5. The other 6 goes to Reba because of warding bond.
I would only take 5.
Oh, you take 5, he takes the 6?
No. We both take so I don't take the other. I take whatever damage he takes,
Oh!
but he has resistance to all damage, so whatever damage he takes is halved.
So, okay, so if you take the damage he takes, you would take 11.
No, but it's
I-
halved.
I-
to him, so
it's half and you take the
Yeah.
equal amount. I see now. So yeah, you both take, so you take 5 more from that. I see.
Yep.
That's why it's one of those spells I never use. I don't fully understand it. But that's okay. That's why you guys have it.
Like,
And that will be all of her legendary actions for that. Kira, you are up.
Do I think that I could dispel her shadow? Is it part of her, or is it a spell? Is really what I'm asking.
It is part of it. Roll an Arcana check.
All right. That is a 21.
21. You don't think you could dispel her shadow. However, you think with that 21, you think the shadows give her some sort of power. They
Okay.
augment what she's capable of.
Okay. Then what I'm gonna do, rather than the other thing, is I'm going to run up to be behind Siobhan, so not
Yeah.
in melee.
Okay.
I'm going to tap Siobhan on the back. Yeah, so we might be fucked. And I'm gonna cast Protection from Evil and Good on Siobhan.
oh shit.
Nice.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action to have Umbani give Siobhan advantage on her next attack.
I love it.
That's my turn.
And that brings it to Siobhan. You are up.
Okay, so I have advantage now, so I don't have to be reckless.
You have advantage on
For
the
one
first
hit.
attack. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I will non-recklessly attack.
Okay.
And thank God for the advantage. So that is a 16 plus.
Oh, that definitely hits.
Yeah. And second attack, which is just straight, is a 17.
17 hits.
Okay. All right. 2d10 plus 10. Oh, that's much better. That's 28.
Very nice. 2d10 shouldn't it be 2d10 plus 12? Aren't you plus 4 strength? Plus 2 for rage?
Oh God, I forgot about rage both times.
Oh yeah, she used to actually be 2d10 plus 14.
Okay, so this one was the 18. God damn it, I had 28 plus.
You said 28 plus 10, so it'd be 28 plus 14.
Uh-huh. So
Or not 28 plus, sorry.
I rolled a 10 and an 8.
Okay, so 18
Mhm,
plus 14.
mhm,
So 32.
mhm.
Very friggin' nice. Holy crap.
Can we add the rage damage from last time? So I forgot.
I just did.
Okay, cool.
As a barbarian player, my heart goes out to you. I would forget rage damage all the
Yeah,
time.
why would you play a dumb character and have to do math?
Right? So you watch as
Us too hard.
Siobhan, seeing the damage caused by this maelstrom attack from whatever this Fey emissary is, feeling the protection from evil and good go through her body from Kira, swings her glade deep into the chest of this creature. And as she cries out, Siobhan, you swing it around, bring it down right into her clavicle, and she is in a lot of pain. And she looks up at you, staring hatred.
And she sees some glowing fucking eyes staring right back at him.
She does. You know what? Just make an intimidation check with the glowing eyes and doing that much damage. Just roll intimidation. You can add strength instead of
I
charisma.
was gonna say she's not gonna be intimidated. It's fine.
You don't know.
It's 12.
12.
Oh no, not even that. Not even that. So we'll get saving throws. That's it's 9.
9. She's not any more intimidated, but she's certainly not less concerned. That's the end of your turn. Garnet, you are up. Mannix, you're on deck.
So I'd like to move another 25 feet, hoping that I am like between 50, 60 feet away from her and kind of
Yeah,
away from the group too.
You're about 50, 55-ish, 60, somewhere in that range.
Okay.
You're in pain. It's kind of hard to ballpark it instantly, but you feel better than where you were.
Got it. I will try to attack. Cool. That's a whole 9.
That will not hit.
And then I'll try to hide. So 23, I will add a D8 if I need to.
You feel very well hidden this time. So that is the end of your turn. Mannix, you are up. Reba, you're on deck.
Enough playing around. Double Eldritch Blast.
All right, make 2 attack rolls.
15 and 19.
15 will miss, but the 19 will hit.
Oh, goody. Minimum damage, 6.
You fire off the first Eldritch Blast. She dodges it completely, and as she looks back smirking, you fire the second one. She tries to dodge, can't completely get out of the way, and clips off her shoulder. Definitely hurt, but not as much as you were hoping there. Anything for a bonus action?
No.
Okay. Reba, you are up, and she is on deck.
I'm gonna get up in her face and cast Vampiric Touch.
Ooh. Is that a spell attack roll to
It's a
touch?
spell attack roll, yes.
All right. Make said attack roll.
Poke.
Well, that's a 10.
That will not.
Yeah, I know
Yeah,
it won't.
as you reach out to try and touch it, she just catches your wrist. Oh, no. We do it like this. Anything for your bonus action?
No, I don't have anything. That's it. However,
Alright.
I will say, even though I missed that attack roll, the spell itself is still cast, and I
Okay.
can still use it later on.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. It's a concentration.
So she is going to first try and make an attack roll against you. It'll be at disadvantage because of Siobhan's ability. Let's see here. I'm going to guess that actually, does a 15 hit you?
It does not.
So she swings out with her claw, and you're able to just block it away with your shield, and she'll rotate around. Second attack coming at Siobhan. And I believe it's good protection of evil and good. This is at disadvantage, isn't it?
It sure is.
I don't even need to roll the second one. That's a natural 2, and that will miss. But let's see if she gets her Maelstrom attack back.
No.
She does not. She does not get it back. So we won't know until her next turn if that can recharge. But that is her turn. She does get her legendary actions back at the end of her turn. But Pohaku, you are up, and Kira, you are on deck.
Okay, well, so continuing with the blade song, he'll pirouette down and is going to so she's pulled out the shadow blade, I pull out the vines. So this will
Nice.
be Will of the Land, and let me find it here. No, not Will of the Land, that's the other spell. This is Yggdrasil's Rebuke.
Nice.
So I will, thrust the vines down into the ground, bring them up from underneath her, and roll for an attack. That is that's plus, that's a spell attack. That is a 18 to hit.
18 will hit. Go ahead and give me that damage.
All right, and it's going to be easier to roll on D&D Beyond. That is 6 points of piercing and 5 points of necrotic.
11 points of damage rakes through her as the vines pierce her body, and she roars out, definitely feeling the pain from this. Anything else for you?
No, because that's, again, for the first, when I've cast that the first time, it's the bonus action to cast, so I can't use my bonus action this time. So nope, that is it. Too many freaking bonus actions in the early rounds of combat. It's like the opposite problem I have on all of my other characters.
Right. All righty. Man, she does not like that protection from evil and good. Her shadow is going to attempt to strike you, Kira.
All right. Great.
That is a 19 to hit.
I cast shield.
And the shadow reaches out, and glances off of your shield there, and that cost her 2 legendary actions to do that. And coincidentally, that brings it to your turn.
Great. So Kira is going to good luck, Siobhan, and step a bit further back.
Okay.
And then I'm going to cast at 3rd level a Chromatic Orb of Ice.
Ooh, make that attack roll.
That is so close. 26.
Absolutely.
It was a
Go ahead and give me
19
that
on the
damage.
die. All right, I'm just gonna
Oh, to be a-
beyond roll this.
To be a champion fighter.
I know.
I know, right? So that is going to be 31 cold damage.
Nice.
Nice. So yeah, Kira, you step back, your shield having just protected you against these shadowy claws. And stepping back, you hurl this ice sphere outward, colliding with her chest, and she roars out as you can see the rime collecting across her body. She is definitely in pain, taking some damage there. That is the end of your turn.
With my bonus action, I will command Umbani to help Siobhan again.
Love it. And that brings it to who else's turn but the barbarian, Siobhan Finnegan. You are up.
All right.
Getting about Pueo.
I attack.
Siobhan casts Glaive.
I guess blade, yeah.
It's a damn good spell.
I guess blade of face. It's an 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
And I'm gonna roll these separately so I don't confuse myself again. Oh, terrible, terrible, deeply upsetting. That's a 7 points.
7 points of damage
For the
there.
first one, which is as low as I can possibly get.
Yep.
And the second attack is 18
That'll still hit.
and marginally better, but it's 9 points.
9 points of damage. As these two strikes collide with her, the tendrils of your ancestral guardian still reaching out, trying to restrain her claws however they can, and her unable to get out of the way of your glaive as every shot you're making it count, causing more and more wounds on her body. She is going to use her last legendary action to swing at you at disadvantage. It is a dirty 20 to hit.
Yeah, it's
Alrighty, so from that, you will take not a lot. Let's see here, plus, so that would be 10 points of damage halved to 5.
I
And-
look fine. I mean,
so that brings it to Garnet and then Mannix. You are on deck.
can I take the hit and just like spit blood in your face?
Absolutely, you can.
It's more looking to win by it than anything else.
Love it.
Yeah, I'll do it. She does. Garnet will do what she does and pop out from hidden and attack.
Yep.
Sorry. 23 to hit.
Oh yes, very hits. Go and give me damage.
Um, 23 points of damage.
23 points of damage. And again, this psychic blade coming hurtling through the air, colliding with her body. And as she roars out, again, not leaving any actual wound, but you're wondering if you didn't injure something eternally as she coughs up this large amount of this dark, almost Icarus blood. And she spits it to the ground, almost has sort of a silver sheen to it. And she's beginning to breathe heavily from this.
And Garnet will move as needed and try to hide.
Okay. Stealth check. Ooh.
19. I'll add the D8 if I need to.
You feel pretty hidden as she was clearly just distracted by the pain of this shot you hit with. Mannix, you're up. Reba, you are on deck.
Let's try this again, shall we? Double Eldritch.
All right, make 2 attack rolls.
And 17 and 14.
The 17 will hit, the 14 will not. Oh, and she did not get her Shadow Maelstrom back.
Oh, thank God.
Max damage, 15.
Woo!
Yay.
You make this one count as the first one you fire out and she dodges it effortlessly. And she realizes why it was so effortless, as it was a feint. As she turns and just straight to the face, the second Eldritch Blast, causing some significant pain there. Reba, that brings it to you, and she is on deck.
Grand. So I'm gonna go ahead and make another one of those spell attack rolls.
Okay.
That fucking just 10 again, same as before. But this time with my bonus action, I would like to cast Spiritual Weapon.
And that spiritual paw appears. Let me make an attack roll right away.
Fantastic.
Spiritual paw.
Does a 16 hit?
15 just hits.
Yes. All right, that's 11 damage.
Nice. So you all see this paw appear, and you're used to this with Reba, and it collides hard with her body right up under the ribs, almost taking her off her feet. It hitting so hard. She's definitely hurting from this. That will bring it to her turn as she looks to you, looks at this paw, and I don't think so. And she will cast Dispel Magic on that.
I mean,
Does she have to roll for that or anything? I suppose not. Dispel Magic's like a third level spell, isn't
Yeah.
it?
This was
Yeah.
on. I'm sorry. This was on what?
The spiritual weapon. She just reaches it out, grabs hold of it, just shatters it, and you watch it
Ooh,
dissipate.
like hell. With the Mjolnir.
Yep. And that is her action. She does get her legendary actions back. And let's see. She does not get Shadow Maelstrom back.
Bless. Which
So that brings it to Pohaku's turn.
Okay. Well,
And
this
Kira, you're on
time,
deck.
I will go ahead and attack with the Shadow Blade here. So, or well, with my version of the Shadow Blade here. So that is going to be an attack of not good. Natural 3.
Ooh, not so much.
So that's not going to hit. I will follow that up with the Leomano with a Obsidian Shard here.
Okay.
Another natural 3. Wow, not my day.
Yeah, and as you swing these out, you actually watch. She almost beckons you to take these shots at her, and it doesn't occur to you until it's too late, as her shadow's claws actually come up and block the two away. Two can play that game, and she will spend 2 legendary actions for her shadow to swing at you.
At me?
Yep. Ooh, that is a natural 20.
Oh shit.
Well, then I'm gonna have to go ahead and silvery barbs that shit.
Pohak
Good.
let's see here. That is not a natural 20 at all. That is much lower, but it might still hit. Does an 18 hit?
18 just hits.
Alrighty, so you will take 12 points of piercing damage as the shadow reaches out and claws into you.
Yep, I'm hurt.
Okay. Kira, you are up.
Gonna have my bonus action. Tell me if this is too much, but I'm gonna
Sure.
with my bonus action have Umbani give me the help action
Love it.
because I'm also want to give him one of the horseshoes.
Hold on. Sorry, I just
use?
thought of something.
Go ahead.
Does she have disadvantage on me because Siobhan's been attacking her?
Oh, she should.
Yes, I did roll that with disadvantage.
Okay.
No, I didn't roll with disadvantage. I'm sorry. I rolled twice and thought that meant I'd roll with disadvantage. So let's see here.
So I guess with disadvantage, that would have been the 18.
Right. It would have
So
hit.
then I would have just hit shield instead,
Okay, so yeah, go ahead and do that and give yourself the HP back. Burn the shield instead.
which was 12 points, I think it was.
correct.
Yes.
Correct. Yeah,
Okay.
give yourself the 12 back. I'm 100% cool with that because you're right. I did not
Cool.
roll with disadvantage. I forgot about that. That is, yeah, I was like, yeah, I did with disadvantage. I rolled it twice. I was like, no, I rolled it the second time because you used silvery barbs. Thank you
Yep.
for keeping me honest.
Cool.
So you want to give him Umbani one of the horseshoes?
I'd like to have Umbani give Umbani one of the horseshoes and
Uh-huh.
have him give me the help action for my
Okay.
attack. And I am going to once again cast at 3rd level Chromatic Orb.
Okay. Make a dexterity check just to see how quickly you're able to maneuver all of this.
Totally. Will a dirty 20 do it?
Love it. So you all like you can see Kira is hurting and Ubani comes flying over and he's almost just doing this buzz of you and you just reach up, toss the horseshoe up to him and he catches it midair and goes speeding off towards her and you throw this chromatic orb out there. Make your spell attack roll with advantage.
Good boy.
Whoo, did I need that advantage? So that is a 20. What is math?
Maybe don't hurt me.
21.
That will absolutely hit and you may roll an additional d8 for damage. From this.
Ooh, baby. We know folklore. Let's see. That wasn't a great roll. Do the additional 8. God, that's a whole 18 cold damage.
Every little bit helps. But that will definitely do some damage. And she is in pain and she cannot reach you. So she'll lose her last legendary action to swing at Siobhan. So with disadvantage because of that. That would have been a natural 20. It's not. Siobhan, does a 16 hit you?
That's my AC.
All righty. So go ahead and take be 9 points of piercing damage, have to 4. So I rolled the absolute minimum I could do.
Yeah, the big barbarian.
Isn't it great? And it's your,
I keep getting hit. Oh, I'm fine.
and it's your turn now.
All right.
Garnet, you're on deck.
Right, and I will go back to Reckless since I don't have a bird like flapping in her face or whatever.
Okay.
Is 18 plus to hit,
Yeah, that'll definitely hit.
and then 21 to hit.
Yeah, both those hit. I'll give you that damage.
2d10. Oh, heck yes. Okay, so 14 plus 24. 28.
Nice. She's still reeling from the spell that Kira hit her with. And as her eyes come into focus again, her vision gets clarity just in time for your glaive to slice into her 2 more times. The second shot coming upwards into her sternum, lifting her feet off the ground as she coughs up even more blood. She is definitely looking worse for wear. The rest of her legendary actions are consumed for this round. That's going to bring it to Garnet and Manic Soul. You're on deck.
All right. Do what I do. Pop out from hidden. 28 to hit.
Oh, yes. Give me that damage.
Damn.
$17 points of damage.
17 points of damage. You find yourself targeting the psychic daggers, these deep wounds that Siobhan's been putting into her. While you know your daggers don't leave any physical mark, you also know they hurt like hell. So you're targeting these wounds. And that one that Siobhan just put into her sternum, you fire your dagger, nailing it perfectly, causing her again to cough. She's fighting for air at this point. Her shadow, you see it fighting to keep its form. At times, its claws reaching up from the ground, becoming this normal flat shadow, and then reaching up again. You can see its form beginning to shudder.
I'll take my bonus attack.
Love it.
Nat 20. So,
Yo.
Very nice. Give me the damage on that.
or not 30, 27.
Okay.
Let's see. Five.
Nice. Yeah, every bit helps. And again, your second one, you're not doing as much damage, but still.
Oh no,
Just
I
catch-
get another D4.
Oh, do
It
it.
was a nat 20.
Yeah.
9.
Does it get doubled? Oh no, you just roll 2. Okay.
Love it.
Yeah.
So yeah, she is fighting for air, clearly hurting badly. Mannix, you are up. Reba, you're on deck.
Who Eldritch Blast?
Love it.
Oh, buddy.
15 plus 8 is a 23,
That'll hit.
and then 8 plus 20 is 28.
Wow.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
So yeah, give me the damage on the first Eldritch Blast, the non-natural 20. Give me that one.
Damage there is 7.
So minimum.
6 is the minimum.
Okay, so and then for this one, it's 2d10 plus your charisma mod.
13.
13 points of damage. Both of these blasts just rocking her. She is staggered. She is hurting. She's fighting to stay on her feet. Barely there. You can see her knees beginning to buckle as she breathes heavily. You will not defy my king. Reba, it's your turn.
Damn. So she's not looking great then.
She looks like shit.
mean, I'm gonna go ahead and take that action to the vampiric touch thing again.
Make that attack roll.
That's the third 3 I've rolled for that.
Lame.
10.
Anything for your bonus action?
I feel ya.
She's up next, isn't she?
Sure is.
And she's like really looking rough.
Pretty well. She hurts. She's in pain.
She's gonna cast spiritual weapon again.
Love it. Make the attack roll.
It's gonna be more than a 3 this time, isn't it?
I hope so.
Oh, it's a 7, so 14.
14 will not hit.
No,
And
it
she's
will not.
able to just bring her arms up. She is wearing some amount of bracers. Just almost buckles under it, but just enough to not take damage from it. And it is her turn. She is going to. Oh, you are her quarry, Mannix. This is at disadvantage. She is going to throw another shard of shadow at you. That would definitely hit, except for that's cocked. Damn it, it was a good roll. Natural fucking 1. So again, she goes to throw the shard, but this energy off of Siobhan's tattoo is just holding her hand back. She's like, I will not fail. She'll try again on Mannix. That is a 19 to hit, Mannix.
That'll hit.
Okay.
Mannix, what's your AC? Because you get a +1 to it.
It hits.
He has an AC of 11.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm
So,
lucky I don't hit myself falling out of bed.
so you would normally take 12 points of necrotic damage, Mannix. That's halved to 6. Reba also takes 6 for the bond. And then, Mannix, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Before I do that, can I do my hellish rebuke?
Yes, you may.
Because I absolutely will.
She fails the save. I don't even need to look at her modifiers. I rolled like garbage.
Illigarbo?
Roll that hellish rebuke. He has a huge bonus to Dex, and I just rolled absolute beans on that.
22.
22 points of damage.
22 points of fire damage.
Holy crap. She is looking God's freaking awful.
You've been saying that for like rounds.
I know. She's
Yeah, and Reba and I keep rolling 3s.
yeah, exactly.
She's in single
And kindly have you keep your hands to yourself, please and thank you. Sorry, you said I need to make a con roll.
Yes, I did.
That's my third nat 20.
Jesus.
You can feel from this shard of shadow that pierced into you, you can feel this poison trying to seep into your body, and you just shake it off, and you feel your abilities from your patron have obviously been there, but you feel his presence. We don't lose today, not to him. And she regains Shadow Maelstrom.
Right.
No.
Pohaku, it's your turn.
Oh no.
Well, I mean, I look up in the sky.
It's a bird.
Play.
Yeah, it's Pueo. And I'm like, right. Sorry. Hey, could you use a hand down here? And I will ask him very nicely, hey, if you don't mind, have him, fly by and take the help action on her.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to, yeah, it is a bird, as a matter of fact.
That's great.
So yeah, this is first of all with the vines. That should hit. That's a dirty 20 to hit.
That definitely hits.
All right, and so that is going to be. Oh, hold on, I hit the wrong button there.
Okay.
Ignore those that came through in D&D Beyond. There we go. 6 points of piercing, 3 points of necrotic damage.
How do you want to do this?
Yeah.
As we've gotten maelstromed, we've gotten all sorts of weird shit happening. She just got exploded with a bunch of fire in her face. I have been flailing all around to very little effect for most of this. Finally, my owl kind of comes down, and as he does so, I see her kind of trying to bat him away, and he flies past. And as she kind of turns past him, I just take the vines. They kind of come up from behind, and just like through the back of her neck and out the front of her mouth.
Ah,
Gross.
And as she falls forward, look, I said he is kind of an asshole, but he is with us.
Nice. So you all watch her shadow maelstrom ability back, and you see her arms extending outward, and the shadows begin to rotate. You can see them taking edge, and they're whipping up into a frenzy. And as she looks upward like a savior from the heavens, Pueo down right into her eyes, you hear her scream out, and batting him away, she's able to get a hand on his side, forces him back past her head. And again, she extends her arms outward. Embrace. Oh, blip. And before she can finish the word, the vines right out through her mouth. And as she pitches downward, you watch as Pohaku stares down at her defeated corpse. You see her form melts outwards, becoming one with her shadow. And as she begins to dissipate into the shadows itself, the clouds overhead pass by, the sun coming outward. You all looking up, see the sun's rays touching your skin. And you once again, as you look, Silent Gulch looks completely normal. Where you stand, your wounds all still exist. But this Shadow Fae presence is currently no more.
so Siobhan turns to Mannix, her eyes still glowing, and says, "Right, you're coming with us to Disco Fort Kickass right now and tell us what the feck is going on."
Kira, on the other hand,
Conversation can take
falls
place in the
backwards onto
Grand
the ground.
Republic of Pilovania. I don't expect me to start taking things seriously all of a sudden, do you?
Yes, actually, yes. I just fought a fucking faith creature and your boy almost died there. Yes, no, I need you to start taking it real fucking seriously and tell us what the feck is going on. And I picked up, during this, I have picked up surprisingly gently, even though she's still clearly very angry. It's just kind of gingerly picks him up and is like, "Great, we're going to the fort."
Pohaku puts his arm out for Pueo and just gives him a big kiss on top of the head. I'm so sorry. I was caught up in the moment, old friend.
And it doesn't take long. You all catch a few interesting glances as you head into the Copper Resort. Some of you quite bloody.
So between one blink and the next, we were fine, and then suddenly bloody and collapsing.
Basically, yes.
Speaking of which, who needs healing? Raise your hands.
I raised his unconscious hand. Yeah.
Yeah, that one maelstrom took me to half.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead.
I rolled
and-
bad on the damage for that too.
before I got that shield on me, yeah, you had me down to 7.
Wow.
If I hadn't had that shield on the second
Oh,
attack.
if that bond hadn't been in place, that last one that hit Maddox would have taken him down.
Yeah.
So when we sit down, I take 10 minutes to cast Prayer of Healing at a 3rd level.
Thanks.
Perfect. And that's the one where you can, like, every round you can assign some healing to somebody.
No,
No,
that's just a big AoE heal.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yep.
Cool.
up
So, yeah,
to
you
6 creatures, so just all of us.
cool.
Yeah. Drop it over. You get healing. You get healing.
9. Not the best rolls, but ta-da. So everyone gets 15 points.
Very
Very good.
nice. So
Right?
as you all catch your breath here in Disco Fort Kickass, as it's known.
I kept my face straight, and I just want that on record.
That's impressive.
I'm very proud of myself.
Mannix and Kira quickly are able to put two and two together of why that room they were shown had no mattresses in it, as many mattresses have been used to create this rather impressive mattress fort. And Mannix is able to tell the tale of when he was a youth and the Earl King tried to lure him away. And for some reason, he had enough wits about him to not go to the Earl King's domain. But for some reason, that individual has kept their gaze in Mannix's direction, and he even has a small shard of that power. That Mannix, your shadow touched ability, being of that Fae. And the Fae, being unpredictable as they are, has no idea why the Earl King sent an emissary at this time, or if one would ever be sent again. It's impossible to know, but thus is what has happened. Mannix, do you let them know about the conversation the Earl King had with you a while back, where he offered to take the place of your other patron? I know you wouldn't mention. I know you wouldn't mention the patron so much
Right.
as you do pass yourself off as a wizard as best you can.
Yes, but I do so in such a way that it's very, very offhandedly mentioning, like, oh yeah, such a silly thing, barely worth mentioning. I did have a conversation with the Arrow King a while back. Something or other about great power, yada yada yada. Something. I mean, you know, my attention spans the width of a gnat's backside. I do know that he was offering to take the place of my family. Well, taking place of someone important in the family. Big
Like
gauche, if
adopted?
you ask me, but
Like
I
adopting you,
politely declined.
like the Arab King wants you for a son.
Sure.
That was not a yes. Actually, do I clock that was sketchy?
You mean that his explanation was sketchy?
You know, the fact that I said he wants you for a son, he said sure, as opposed to yes or no.
No, I'd say only because there's a certain level of it's the Fae.
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
Right.
He was like a cupbearer. I don't
It's
know.
hard. It's hard to say when they're on the up and up with you, which doesn't happen all that often. It's hard to understand their comings and their goings. They don't talk straight as you might be, familiar with.
I'm not. Can't
They
sing
don't
sweet to
talk
lots of
straight.
time.
At the end of the day, flattered as I was, the offer wasn't for me. I politely declined. Again, flipped my mind until now.
And Kira will
All right.
presumably still like over Siobhan's shoulder. Well, I didn't think it'd come in handy this quickly, but I got these for everybody, and I hold up the other horseshoes. These'll help if that thing comes back.
Y'all Empire folk need to stop keeping these secrets.
Yeah, lovely. Should we go down to the stable then? I can probably get some equipment, get us all shod real quick.
Yeah,
One-
do I like
one
punch
per
it
person,
with this
is it?
thing, or
I mean, you basically
No,
just
no.
gotta have
It takes nails.
out and in the way. It doesn't have to be like implanted into your feet.
No, the heck am I supposed to do with this? This great, huge woman in her shadow beastie shows up, and I'm just like, haha. You will
Yeah.
never take me Lucky Charms.
I mean, you say it as a joke, but it actually does help. For Pretty much everything from the Fae hates these. Part of that whole magic school studying.
Okay.
Most of what he's talking about, he does.
And for some
Quite
reason,
listen to him in this.
For some reason,
Okay.
I think Siobhan takes the Fort Kick-Ass very seriously, and has, is sitting up front, crisscross applesauce, and has with a blanket over her shoulders, kind of like a judge's robe, and it's like, it's like, okay, if anyone else is keeping hold of any secrets that are likely to get the rest of us in danger, now would be an excellent time to share them.
I don't think it
mean,
will
I
get
don't
anybody
think it's
in.
gonna.
Yeah, I don't think it will get anybody in danger. But for how charismatic I am, I don't know anything when it comes to. I've never been on a date before.
Oh, buddy.
I don't know if it's a secret that'll get us in danger, but you did say to share secrets.
I
Kid, you're young and sheltered. That's not a secret.
I did once eat Auntie and Gooey's blueberry pie and blamed it on Marathi. If we ever go back there, I mean, Marathi might be mad at me, but I never told her about that.
I'm sure you're about to start doing the chunk, and I did this fake vomit over the top. It was really gross. I'm not trying to ask anybody to embarrass themselves. I'm saying not that either of you have anything to be embarrassed about. I'm saying you had a sword talking in your head and you didn't think it fit to bring it up for a while. You've apparently got an Earl King with a heart on for you. Is anybody else, wanted in the Empire, for example, or
I am not.
or I look at, glance at Garnet, or, have a bounty on their head in several states, just as, for instance.
I'm much better at what I do than you think I am. I'm also much better at talking my way into what I want than always having to steal it.
I'm not trying to insult you. I'm just saying there's lots of secrets been kept, and I just had to fight a big fuck of shadow beastie, and I'd like to know if there's something else that I need to be aware of before it's breathing down my neck.
Yeah. No, that's it's a fair question.
Yeah, no offense intended to anyone. I could have equally have asked Ariba if she had warrants out, because I don't fucking know is the point.
Is there anything you haven't told us?
You know everything about me. There's not much to know. I learned check imaginary watch 7 or so days ago that I'm not a human. Yeah, that's it. I lived with my parents my whole life. Well, me adoptive parents my whole life, and I kept my powers hidden until again about 2 weeks ago. So. And I'm awkward as feck and don't talk well to people, but I don't think that's a secret. I don't think I've kept that hidden at all. I think it's quite obvious.
Reba, you're very quiet.
I don't have any dangerous secrets. I have a record, but I don't think it's going to be the sort of record that follows us. My girlfriend is trapped in Hell's Realm, and I fully intend on getting her back. She sort of betrayed me right before she died, so I think we're on pretty unstable footing. She did raise a Draugr. So she's really more like an ex.
Wait, what?
But I did end up sort of getting her killed. But I don't think that's gonna really, I'm just searching for a way to get down there and deal with the fucking goddess who wants me to be her little lackey. That's all. That shouldn't put anyone else in danger.
Siobhan
Wait,
holds up a
what?
finger. Everyone, just hold on a second. Crawls out of the fort, crawls back in, holding pies. All right.
Ooh, pie.
I think we all need pie for this story. You can pick first, because girlfriend betrayal and Hill. I recommend the Brambleberry.
I'll take Brambleberry. Do we have any whipped cream?
I'm looking at the magic guys like, is that something you can do? I just
Pie is good on its
if
own.
I could hit a cow with a fucking glaive and
I cast a minor illusion of whipped cream on top of the pie. It's as good as I've got. I'm sorry.
Pie is more than enough. I won't get greedy. I just don't see how it's relevant.
So this is why I shouldn't be in charge of talking.
I mean, you already know that I was, I didn't exactly get along well in the Empire. Like I made some trouble. I started some shit. I had a gang. We were called Hell's Hounds. We ran around, right? It was good people for the most part, good hearts, but people had been fucked over by the fucking Empire. And who didn't want to have to worship Baldur and watch people who actually took a stand get abused by the system and neglected and left for fucking dead half the time. So we went around, did some property damage, tagged some places. We were kids. And nothing, we didn't want to hurt any individuals, just stick it to the man a little bit and vent. And I think that's fair. And I thought that's what the group was about, and I thought that's what we were there to do. But Lottie started to change. The chip on her shoulder got a little bit bigger, like it did with all of us, and she started making runs that were a bit more dangerous and trying to get us to, I don't know, do stuff that could get people hurt, which I didn't want any part of. We were on rocky paths. So one day she tells me to come meet her at some weird fucking out of the way location at midnight, and that we were gonna do a big hit on a really important business for the Empire. Didn't really give me any more details. It was all last minute. She just told me to meet me there, or to meet her there. So I get there, and she's halfway into some fucking backward ritual that I don't know where she got from, to raise up a Draugr and raise the dead, try and turn some asshole nobleman into a monster, some asshole nobleman that held a very important position in the Empire. And there's a lot of tales about Draugrs being greedy, corrupt people who let their greed carry into the afterlife and keep them going. And she was doing everything she could to make sure that happened.
Do you happen to know? Did you happen to find out which noble was being targeted?
I have no idea. No, I don't. It was a little bit of a blur after that.
Did she not succeed?
I made sure she didn't succeed, and that ultimately got her killed, as she sort of dove back to death along with the Draugr. I couldn't stop the monster. That would have ruined the town and would have killed a whole lot of innocent people. We've seen how powerful those things are. We fought them. So
in her head, Siobhan's like, Garnet, I think probably you should hug her.
Oh.
anyways,
Siobhan and Garnet said, Garnet, go hug her. All right. Siobhan is just hands more pie over.
It's okay because it's not going to last. Like, that's the whole thing. It's fucking temporary. So it's fine, and I'm fine because it's temporary. Hell chose me to uphold this stupid line between what's supposed to live and what's supposed to die. And I get to decide then when it's not someone's time and it's not Lottie's time. She made a stupid mistake, and in the process of stopping that mistake, I made her pay for it in a way that she should not have had to. And so I'm going to talk to the deity who loves my sweet ass for some reason, and I'm going to get her back, and it's fine.
I'm just throwing
This
it out there.
seems
That
like a
doesn't sound
tangent.
fun.
Well, it's not right now, but it will be.
Kira, maybe it's good you've never been on a date because this is what happens when you fall in love, apparently.
Oh, relationships are messy.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Remind me never to get in one.
Right?
head again.
Well, that
Garnet,
sounds kind of sad and lonely, though, but
Garnet, I
that does
need
sound
dog
really
now.
messy.
Someone needs to be fucking hugged.
Look,
Okay.
Give Siobhan a hug.
No, this
Oh.
Oh,
oh, and that's it. Oh, while we're thank you. I think most of you already know I didn't mention it explicitly. I can, in fact, communicate telepathically.
oh,
Only
see,
one of you.
I thought that was just through Garnet.
No, I can do it myself, but just one of you on
Oh.
one. It turns out I believe to be a Kalishtar thing, but it's just another one of those fucking for some reason I have psionic powers thing.
This is the first time you've ever actually said Kalishtar to us. Do I know of them?
Give me a nature or arcana. I'll call it arcana. Give me an arcana check.
I'm going to join on that as well, please.
That is an 18.
16.
You've each heard of them. You don't really know anything about them. They're the creatures of, I'm not going so far as say like legend, but creatures you hear about in stories. You know, they have something to do with dreams.
Folklore. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but as far as the big details about them, not so much. The one, actually, I say there is one other piece you would know because you got above a 15. You'd at least know this. The Kalishtar as a race are considered protectors against some sort of evil. You don't know what, again, stories, folklore. But the few stories you've heard, that's always a thing that's mentioned in there somewhere, is that the Kalishtar collectively hold off some sort of evil, whatever that might be.
Huh. Now, interesting. Reba, if you're gonna go talk to a deity, you're not gonna be able to do it alone.
I mean, Hell's Hounds split up after the accident, so that was sort of the plan.
You have us. I mean, we just fought that emissary of whoever, so we can
I
help.
will not be asking anyone to literally follow me into hell.
Maybe we can make hell come to us.
I mean, I'm just going to put it out there. Both of those options sound kind of terrible.
Right?
One sounds
Thank
less
you.
terrible.
Fun.
I mean, Garnet, you know all. I mean, but all things being equal, hell here or going there. I mean, it's hell. That's. I mean, you know, maybe we look into that.
Hey, we go tomorrow. We have 3.5 days until this train thing.
Yeah. But like maybe not on day 4 either.
Yeah.
Reba, did you have a plan yet or a timeline?
Nah, I got nothing. This wasn't all that long ago, honestly. I was wandering for a little bit before Siobhan's family picked me up. And I've just sort of figured the best thing to do is travel around, do research when I can, look for answers where I can. And I'm sure as hell a lot more likely to figure it out with you guys and all the weird shit we're getting into. I mean, the Undead Chimera, another Draugr, I think we're on the trail of something that's, I mean, it's got to be relevant, right? It's got to be. I've never seen so much undead. So, yeah, I was just going to stick around and figure it out.
I'm just sorry. I just real with all of this. I'm just remembering that I was sent out here to protect him because they thought it was the simplest mission that anybody could do, like a new recruit. And we are now.
That is
We just
funny.
fought that, and then you're talking about going and having a personal, getting someone back from a deity of hell, and no, literally hell, and
Passes
And-
passes pie to him.
and
Yeah.
you are living folklore. And I point to Pohaku, and you're just all kinds of amazing I've never seen, and you are a ray of sunshine that should not exist in the world, but I'm very happy that you do. And what
Has pies.
the fuck?
Give him a hug.
If it feels better, I regret calling this meeting.
I mean, do we feel like everyone's secrets are out? That was the goal.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I kind of thought you all knew that I was Kalashtar, and I forgot that I didn't tell anybody except for Reba, and because I made a really impressive speech, but it was just my family. Well, I guess in terms of full disclosure, it's almost definitely the Empire that took out my settlement, and I'll be wanting revenge. Oh, and the settlement my family was from, it was like the same sort of what they call it, arcane reservoir that we just found in the mines. So Duragar and arcane reservoirs, and I don't know what's happening, but it does seem like both of our kind of personal issues are all wrapped up in this. Begging your pardon, Mannix, the fuck are you even doing here? Like, why are you here? Surely it wasn't just to go to the festival, or you'd gone home by now.
I mean, all I was told was that we were going to the festival and heading back, but we could head back on our own time.
You don't have much else going on. He's trying to keep me out of trouble. I'm trying to keep him employed.
But you took a very, very long time to come to that answer. Because there's no reason why you couldn't have left right after the festival.
You actually broke up a little bit there.
Oh, what she said was, it's you took a long time to come to that answer of we're just kind of here.
I wasn't paying too much attention when you first were talking. I got hit really hard. I got stabbed in the chest with a shadow.
If he has a pie, I take it away from him.
He did not have any pie.
Through a mouthful of pie, Pohaku kind of just takes a big meaty forearm and wipes it across his face. I mean, I don't suppose as we're doing any of this, I mean, none of y'all are, I mean, just as conversation here, none of y'all are trying to actually, like, bring about Ragnarok or anything like that, right? Just so
What?
we're clear. Just so we're
Why?
clear, nobody's trying to do that, right?
No, I would actively really like to avoid that happening.
I know
Cool,
all
then we're
this. This is
good.
a whole lot, but what?
Why do you ask, Pohaku?
Well, because that'd be real bad. I mean,
Oh God.
I was just making sure none of you were actually, if it happens, it's a natural thing. If, when it's slated to happen, it happens.
Yeah,
But
I get the concern, but the kid was about 2 seconds from calling up a witch hunter on us.
No. But
wait, what?
also,
No one's gonna cause Ragnarok. Here.
Okay, well, that's good.
On
Yeah,
purpose,
where did
anyway.
that idea come from?
Yeah, if you look at my life plan, it's not until at least 25 years out. So
Okay,
Are you
cool.
chasing somebody that's trying to bring about Ragnarok? Is that why that came up in your mind?
No, are you? Are you?
No, not
Okay.
actively.
Oh, all right. I just thought,
What about passively?
I mean, if
Am I
the
pa-
census heard of any kind of anything that was leading to that, there's a chance that I would be dispatched, but oh,
when it's time, it's time. But it's it doesn't have to happen like right away or anything. That'd be all right with me.
Haku,
I kind of like it here.
why is it that you left the Whispering Woods? Are you on some large vision quest? Do we have another god or empire or ridiculous unbeatable foe that we need to add to the list that we're apparently dealing with now?
No, I was
Okay.
supposed to meet her. She was Destiny. And I just point over to Garnet with a big smile.
Does anyone have any alcohol on them, other persons? Because this is, this is.
Yeah, actually, I refilled the flasks. So
Oh,
Garnet pulls out the 2 flasks.
yeah. It's just like, I don't care what it is. I don't care that it's 10 in the morning. This has been a lot.
Yes.
All right, so I'm doing a quick roll call of just what's happening. She points to herself and says, avenging an entire people against possibly the superpower of the continent. Points at Jordan, or Jordan Feather, points at Kira, says, living up to father's legacy, trying to take down corruption and fix said corrupt empire. Points at Reba, get girlfriend back from hell, and then gestures to the other 3 and goes, "Betty." Oh,
Along for the ride and having a good time.
yeah. Ray of sunshine along for the ride, keeping us all from going insane theoretically. And points at Pahaku. Destiny as yet to be revealed. Points at Mannix. Being real freaking shady and doing something that he doesn't want to tell us is my best guess at present. But stated goal is
Avoid the Earl King? Avoid getting adopted by the Earl King?
I mean, that's a legit goal.
Pretty good goal, actually.
I don't know that you can avoid that though. They're not. It's not. Never mind. I don't know shite
I
about
don't know how accurate adopting would be. More of absconding with, kidnapping.
I just thought the Earl King did that with kids, and I think,
Yeah.
I don't want to say like you're past your prime, but in his eyes,
In his eyes, I wouldn't even be in my prime.
he- you're just not his usual type is all for absconding with.
Oh, are
Wow.
you the one? Are you the one that got away?
Oh, he's pining.
For so many people, you have no idea.
Hira's
Quite literally,
face is
in a number
literally
of them.
just like head desk, but just pie. I just can't.
As that occurs,
There looks over and said, Kira, pipe down there.
as that occurs, there's knock at the door here.
Who's closest?
I'll get up and open
Oh,
the door.
hold on, I'm sorry. There's an official way to decide this.
I get up and open the door.
No, it's gone. Have you no siblings?
And as you,
I have many. I open the door.
I love this. You open the door to be greeted by this drow male wearing these robes of a temple. Yes, I'm.
Hi, I'm Pohaku.
Hello, Pohaku. I'm looking for a Kira. He visited me yesterday. I was told he would be here.
Yeah.
I close the.
Face.
I'll check. Oh, I close the door. I say I'll check. I close the door. Kira, are you here?
Yeah.
I open the door back. Yeah, he's here.
Excellent.
Prestidigitation to clean.
Oh, Kira, you're. May I speak in front of your company or?
They.
Did we invite him to the floor?
No, he's still standing outside.
We're sticking our heads out in various nooks and crannies just to be like, who is this guy?
I received word from your friend.
Yes, let's talk. And I walk out into the hall with him.
I follow.
Oh, hello. Is this? Is she with you? Is it? I don't know how all this works. This is.
Would it be better conversation to have it private, say, in the fort or in one of the other rooms that doesn't have a fort with adults in it?
Well, as I came here to speak to Kira, I just need to know if I should speak directly to him or if others are part of this conversation.
Yes, Kian, are you saying things that you can't say in front of the rest of the group, or?
I don't know what my mentor
It's-
might say to me through this priest.
I think it's good news.
You might as well just say it.
If you'd like to come into the fort, we've got a pipe.
Normally, I would say yes, but I do have a sermon to give shortly. He says the message was brief and simple, though everything is not finishing being filed. He spoke to the right people on your behalf, and he says, "Congratulations, Private First Class Kirazara.
That is good news.
I must be on my way. Pleasure to meet you. We have mass at the temple here starting in about half an hour. Good day." He will head off.
Am I supposed to do I salute now, or is it?
No,
Is it?
it just means that my lie is no longer a lie. Which also means I do now have the authority to actually hand them all over to the marshal. Or just execute them myself for attempting to, break treaties with another nation, causing an international incident.
I'm gonna lead him back inside because secrets don't make friends, and say, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present to you Private First Class Kirazara. What's your last name, boy? Soul?
Yeah, I guess I
No.
never said it, did I?
Kirazara, no last name mentioned, like Cher, one name, very famous. Cher exists in this world, that just happened.
Sure, why not? I know.
She's in every realm.
And
She's got a regular gig in the Feywild.
And what Siobhan is saying by that is, I now actually
Congratulations.
do have the authority to hand all of those people we caught over to the marshal. So, they are, by paperwork.
Doesn't he already have them?
Yes, but, see, what happened earlier is that I lied. And now what I lied about is no longer a lie.
Or was it ever a lie?
It was. And then
You-
I quickly sent a message and got some paperwork done, and now it's not a lie.
And with that information delivered, the knowledge that Kira has received a promotion, and these census or former census individuals, who knows, are completely under the jurisdiction of either Kira or Marshal Bicker. You all having bonded over some battle, some truth, and this pack of allies forged stronger by the encounter. You enjoy the pie and brew on the knowledge that in 3.5 days, train arrives that you all need to be on. But we'll discuss what you do to prepare for that next time, and we'll see what chaos awaits.
Hey, it's Jordan, just jumping in to say an announcement that I realized we didn't say during the episode. We are going to be taking a break for a week, because we normally record these on Sundays, and this upcoming Sunday is Juneteenth, and I ain't doing any work on Juneteenth. I'm not. Like, even though the work is fun, and it's recording this show, and it's great, I am working. So we've taken a break, so we won't have an episode on the 24th. We will be back on our usual schedule in July. We're just taking a week off, just, to rest, relax, and for me to observe Juneteenth. It is also Father's Day. All y'all that are fathers or have fathers that are in your lives, enjoy them. And if not, ignore the day, celebrate Juneteenth. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. We'll be back in July.